Welcome, sir. Audiences, we have with us Mr. Rajiv Kumar Garg, Principal of Dattamege World Academy. But he's not limited to being a principal, he's beyond that. He is one of the pioneering individuals of CBSE board, working extensively for the board across Maharashtra and Pan India. Sir is specialized in mathematics and has been conducting training programs on mathematics, on teaching skills and managerial skills for principals, teachers, and parents. With a huge range of experience over 3 decades, Sir has been mentoring various schools on how to go about conducting and running their schools effectively, especially when it comes to life skills, when it comes to enterprise, and when it comes to holistic development of students. Somebody who is very much also culturally aware and inclined, promotes all kind of art forms, sports, and literacy areas of expertise, providing students with varied experiences. Rajiv sir has been a very special principal in the community for the last 3 decades. Welcome once again, sir. It is our privilege to hear your views, your understanding on coding, and specifically on coding and mathematics as a subject. Please, sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Girish ji, for using so many adjectives. I'm feeling myself on the cloud 9. I'm a simple person and I want to be a learner first. So many things are happening, nowadays in the field of education. In fact, there is a 360-degree evolution which is happening in the field of education. And with the coming of new education policy, many more transformations we are looking forward, in the field of education. There are various aspects to national education policy, but let me keep myself restricted to what you have asked for, is the introduction of coding. Coding, for me as a layman, if I am allowed to speak, is in a very simple language. Coding is a set of instructions which one performs for computer to understand and do the desired task. That is what the coding is all about. And such set of instructions can termed as programming. So coding is leading to programming. This is what, as a layman, if one would like to understand what the coding is all about. The question here is what the coding is going to do in the school. It's a million level question. The thing is, coding is somewhere related to computational thinking process. Now there are two aspects when I'm saying computational thinking. Mind it, I'm talking about computational thinking, I'm not talking about computational skills. Computational skills is simply doing fundamental operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or solving some algebraic solution, problems. When I'm talking about computational thinking is breaking the problem, a complex problem, into small possible pieces, trying to understand those pieces, analyzing those small pieces, trying to find out a pattern into that, rejecting those pieces which are having irrelevant information, collecting those relevant information only, and try to build an algorithm to reach to a solution. That is what the computational thinking is all about. And when I'm talking about coding, so again, coding clubbed with computational thinking is leading to problem solving technique, right? So if I'm talking about coding, coding is going to develop in students a problem solving skills. It is also going to help the students to have perseverance. If you get failure, look back into the process, look back what went wrong. Maybe you have taken some irrelevant information in your in the previous steps and try to build an algorithm on that, and it is not working. So it's a perseverance. It is also helping the students in trial and error. Now in today's time, if you think how many of us as teacher give children an ability to do errors, learn from errors, try again, and then learn in the process. How many times we do it? But here, through the process of coding, children are getting an ample opportunity to do trial and error. Through this particular method, ultimately learn the way you want to learn, right? This is one. Then understanding the cause and effect, that is another aspect. What is going to happen if I am going to use, because you are going to create loops. So if the problem, if I am going to use this particular way, what is going to happen? If I am going to use this way, what is going to happen? So I am going through a jungle. There are two ways. I'm standing on a crossroad. There are two ways going. One is going in the deeper jungle, and one is, of course, there is that route is also going through the jungle, but in a longer way. Both the routes are going to meet on the national highway. Now the question here is, which way should I choose? Should I choose to go through the deep jungle, or should I try to avoid jungle and take a little longer way and to reach to the process? So all this cause and effect, the child will, enhancing the child's ability to analyze, take independent decisions, do some errors, take step back, think. So all these processes are involved. Then, so as I said, the reasoning ability, the analytical ability, the ability to think creatively and constructively. Coding is going, there are hundreds of positive thoughts which comes in my mind when I'm talking about the process of coding. It is also talking about, not only the mathematical ability, it is going to enhance the literary skills also, because you are going to express in a way which common person will also understand, and also the computer will also understand. So that means you have to have binary codes, as well as you have to have the alphabets which are used in the language. So your literary skill is also going to be enhanced. Children are going to find out the innovative ways. They will pursue the innovative solutions of a problem. So coding in a multiple way going to help the child in the education, in its educational journey towards, if I use the word excellence, I will not be wrong. So this is how the coding is going to affect the educational scenario, and it is going to help the child in the learning process. When I'm talking about coding, it is going to help the child in the cognitive approaches, thinking, analyzing, organizing, solving the problem. So all these are relating to the cognitive approaches of any subject, right? And when it is coming to the subject in mathematics, of course, the data is going to play a very important role in the organizing and analyzing the data, and then applying logic reasoning to that particular data and trying to use the appropriate calculation skills to reach to the appropriate solution. That is where coding is going to connect mathematics with it. right? So I said coding is going to help you in literary part. Coding is going to help you in enhancing your mathematical thinking again. Please remember, I am not talking about mathematical skills. I am not talking about using fundamental operations or just solving some algebraic problems. I am talking about enhancing the mathematical ability, mathematical thinking. So that means, again, breaking a complex mathematical problem into small possible pieces, analyzing it, restructuring it, taking the useful information out of it, and trying to create an algorithm, processing that algorithm, coming to a solution, doing the evaluation of that particular solution, and then generalizing it. That is what is going to help through the coding process in your mathematics. And that is why NEP has stressed that right from standard 6th, the children should be given an opportunity to explore the subjects through coding and computational thinking. My other aspect over here, when I am talking about coding, it is enhancing the creativity of the child. It is giving the child an ability to find out the innovative ways to reach to the solution. So when the child is using that creativity, child is trying to reach through an innovative process to the solution of a problem, definitely the ability of the child to show its enhanced self-esteem, the confidence level of the child is going to be supreme, and that will make a contented child, a happy child. So your classroom scenario will be more happy. You will be able to create happy classrooms, because ultimately the classroom will be happy if the child is enjoying the environment in the class. The role of the teacher is to create that environment where the child will feel happy and child's identity, individual's child identity is preserved, is respected. Here in this process, the child is learning, child's self-esteem is being built, child's emotional intelligence will start working. Child will be able to control its emotions and try to reach the solution in a very happy manner. So all these processes are going to be related. If you ask me what further, if the child will be given an opportunity right from standard 6th to 12th to apply the process of coding, what is going to happen? Step by step process, as the syllabus is progressing, child's ability to think the complex problem to view the complex problem rather in an entirely different way, that ability will enhance, and ultimately that will make the child an entrepreneur, because that coding will ultimately lead to programming, and that programming will help the child to show its talent in any field, anywhere, any place. So you are going to enhance the enterprising skill in the child if you are going to give the child an ability to use coding, and that too when it is mathematical ability. So coding with strong mathematical ability will give the child a strong reasoning ability, logical thinking skills, critical thinking skills, because child is going to analyze the problem, think creatively to the solution, and trying to find out the innovative ways of the solution to reach to the problem. And it will make the child a confident adult, a confident person, and who will contribute positively to the society. So a strong entrepreneur with a good conduct, with positive contributor to the society. That is what I feel how this coding is going to impact. So NEP, the introduction of coding in the NEP process is definitely a welcome gesture, and I believe not only in 6th standard, rather if given a chance, if further documentations will be coming, I will see if it can be implemented in the lower classes also, because sooner the better, because the process of coding will remain, but it will be age appropriate. So as they will be progressing right from the childhood, if they will be given that opportunity to look the problem in a different way, as I said, coding and computational thinking, so breaking the complex problem into smaller parts and then looking at that particular aspect, trying to find out the steps involved in that will give child an ability. So that is what I feel the coding is going to help.
Thank you, sir. What I draw from your speech is that you are emphasizing a lot that directly it will actually bring in self-achievement, self-pride in the children.
Yes,
And
100%.
also I think what you have said makes sense, because now this will help us bridge the gap between what students usually kind of give a feedback saying that what they study and what they go for work are two different things. I think that gap will be reduced.
Yes.
The reality and the what do you say, the learning will be similar. Is that what you're trying to emphasize on?
Yeah,
sir?
the thing is, there is another aspect is, in today's scenario, what we are teaching that remain confined, that has been taken from the book and remain confined to the books only. The child's experience with the real life situation is not happening. There are a few good schools which are doing, but in most of the cases it is not happening. But when the child will be given an ability to work independently using coding process, two positive aspects immediately which I could see, and I mentioned in between also, child will be able to establish interdisciplinary approach between the different subjects. That is one aspect. When the child is working on mathematics, definitely the language aspect will also be coming in, the scientific approaches will also be coming in, right? There will be social aspect will also be coming in. So child will be coming as a wholesome personality and will be able to establish different relationship with different subjects also. That is one aspect. Child will be able to relate the things with the real life situation, and it will create lots of fun for the child in the learning process. That is what is the aim of education. Aim of education is not to bring boredom in the life. The child is dying hard for in this competitive world, we will say survival is the fittest. That is somewhere taking the enjoyment and charm of childhood away from the child, right? So this particular process will bring in that childhood back. Child will play, child will enjoy, child will establish the relationship between the different subjects and with the real life situation. That is what I believe.
So a very simple question. I'm sure my parents and students who are watching this will want to know the subjects they are learning under mathematics, because you are from the mathematics field. What do you think they should focus on when it comes to coding? As you said, algorithm is one aspect.
It is all computational thinking when we talk about fundamental operations, right? From plus, minus, multiplication, division to algebra to geometry, everything will be coming in. So whole concept of mathematics can be brought live with the help of coding process.
Which means if they are not very good in mathematics, they will have to read very well, learn very well mathematics.
See, mathematics is coding and coding is mathematics.
Absolutely.
So there is a very strong relationship between the two. So coding is going to help building mathematical skills, as well as mathematics is going to help in building coding skills. So both will. It is all, when we talk about coding, it starts with numerals only, because the language computer is going to understand is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So the relationship starts with mathematics. So mathematics begin the coding process, and coding process ultimately lead to mathematical skills in a better way.
Absolutely, sir. You spoke about multidisciplinary. There is another point that came to my mind. Do you mean to say that one who wants to learn coding, it will be irrespective of the interest of stream that he or she possesses? Means it is irrespective of science, maths, and arts, because it is little more beyond the specific streams. Is that what we have to say?
Yes, yes, it is beyond. Right. See, you need to have certain basic mathematical skills with you, and then your coding process will further enhance. And that is why it is said, when we talk about these branches at the higher level, before you reach to higher level, let's begin the journey at the primary level, so that the child will be able to see all these subjects as an integrated approach, and then he will be able to apply. Once the child is through with the coding process, then be it any subject, child will be able to enjoy, convert that subject into the coding process, will be able to decompose the complex problems in any of the subject into the relevant information, and then trying to create an algorithm to reach out to the solution, right? So that is what I believe that it is going to help.
So you said that it is very competitive in the professional world, and you find enterprise education one of the significant requirements of today's time. And in fact, National Education Policy (NEP) also speaks about that. Do you have any idea as to how coding can be used as an enterprising skills at the school level?
There are many aspects if you speak about it. As I said, coding is going to enhance the creativity of the child. To begin with, coding is, let's go back to the definition of coding. It is writing set of instructions which computer will understand to perform a task. And such kind of set of instructions, the complete set of, the finished set of instructions is called programming. So ultimately coding will lead to programming, number one. So that means we are motivating the child, encouraging the child to become a programmer. And once the child becomes a programmer, then the child can design programs for any subject. So enterprising skill, number one. Number two, the child's creativity is going to enhance. So there are several schools which are talking about incubation labs, right? So those incubation labs, definitely the coding process is going to help in building such kind of incubation where the enterprising skills of the child will be incubated, and it will lead to child becoming entrepreneur in their respective fields. There are so many people who are helping these incubation centers. Currently these incubation centers are there at the college level, but slowly this will come to the school level. So right at the school level, the child will develop all its skill and try to build up the entrepreneur skills through these incubation centers, and can lead to reach to higher sites. That is what I believe.
There is the thought playing around that if we could build a community of schools, NGOs and corporates coming together, and as you said, kind of make them come together for a cause. Abroad, what is happening? There are companies who tie up with schools for certain skill sets, which they actually kind of take services from the school students, where the child is also learning while he or she is also gaining work experience. What do you think? Our schools are ready to welcome that?
See, if the schools will not be ready, then they will be out of the picture. They have to come, because we are in the 21st century, right? We are already in 21st century. 21st year of 21st century has already begun, and yet we are still talking about it. We should have taken lead in that. The 21st century skills of collaborative learning, critical thinking, and having that knack for digital literacy, that has to come. And children should start playing with that digital instruments. This particular corona pandemic has given us an opportunity to relook into our processes and see that how that digitalization of the process is going to help, and how we are able to build up those skills of 21st century in our learners, in our students. If we are still going to take time, believe me, we will be out of the entire picture. So yes, and somewhere, and these are things are not new. The terminologies have become new, but if you see, India is very rich in its tradition, and if you see the old Gurukul Paddhati, the old Gurukul teaching learning processes, where these kind of abilities were developed when the children were there in the Gurukuls, right from going out, asking for alms, where your egos are being, your egos are being put down. Your ability to communicate well, your ability to think creatively, your ability to think constructively, there were all the processes built in our system, in our old system. Somewhere in between, because of lots of transition happened in the education process, we lost all these things, and somewhere Lord Macaulay, education philosophy has destroyed all those things. But now let's come back and try to have all those things back with us, and use all those 21st century skills imbibed in our students, and get them back to that golden era of Indian education system.
We are very thankful for Topper to help us in this project. Indeed, it is helping me, as well as I'm sure our audiences is getting enlightened through great educators like you, sir. Thank you so much. Before we end this, last question to you. What else do you think should be more spoken about when it comes to the national education policy, which still you feel that people are trying to understand, need little more guidance? If you could help, because we know that you have been talking about national education policy at various forums. So what do you think is that we need to focus upon as educators, as parents, and teachers specifically, when it comes to national education policy 2020?
See, national education policy is a very promising document which has been created. The main focus as of this time, which I will focus, I'll speak about, is the integration of the subjects. Let me focus there, because my child at the primary level passed out, but when the child is reaching in 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th classes, children always find themselves at crossroads. Where to go, what to do, which subject, which stream should I choose? I have interest in my in political science or in art stream, right? In art subjects, liberal arts. However, my parents are forcing me on science stream, or my things are towards commerce. However, due to my peer pressure, I need to take science, or maybe physics is very good for me. I don't like chemistry or biology. Now, national education policy has broken all these barriers. If you think that you have strong liking for physics, but you are pursuing commerce, go ahead, take commerce, business studies, accountancy along with physics. Nobody is going to stop you, right? This is a very good aspect which has been brought in. The things are related with not your performance, how much percentage you will score in your class, in any particular class. Rather, what skill sets you have learned, you have you have acquired during your journey in the school education. That will become more important. Your school will also look into all these aspects of your journey, that what skill sets that you have acquired, rather than your performance in terms of grades, in terms of percentage. So that is going to be discarded, right? So that is a very good aspect in NEP. Of course, you can speak about NEP for long. There are so many other aspects, but primarily, if I look in this aspect, besides coding and all those new initiatives which are coming at the higher level, yes, this is an initiative. And now preschool to standard 12th, that is going to be an integrated school process. right? So your journey will be of these 15 years will give you certain desired, at every step you will have certain skill sets to acquire, and your teachers, your school, your parents will all look in this particular direction that you acquire those skill sets.
So,
So I thank OFP, Open Forum for Principals, and Topper for taking this initiative and bringing this awareness drive about coding and its integration with all subjects, very specifically with mathematics. So thank you all.
which means you mean to say that national education policy is well coded to decode the future of the child, a future which is very bright enough for the child. Thank you so much, sir. I also thank Datta Mege World Academy and Toppers for helping us carry out this initiative. With this, we bid goodbye and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.